On the news this week, comedian Mr Macaroni talks about parental support as he reveals he attended 4 universities. Post-UTME forms updates and schools that announce the sale of their forms this week. UNIBEN students block Benin-Lagos highway to protest against charges. We have Asuu strike update. Kogi State University KSU announces cutoff marks for 2021-2022 academic session. NECO GCE registration for 2021 begins. Updates on JUPEB, IJMB, predegree and basic studies admission form. Updates for part-time and diploma admission forms. Updates on nursing and school of health forms. How Tripoli student allegedly commits suicide over incorrect spelling. UNN student mocks a lecturer as he gets stuck midway into solving a question. Welcome to the 5th episode of the weekly academic news roundup. You like my shirt of many colors? Well, I am not Joseph. My name is Owolabi Tangod, aka MCO Blue, and I am your anchor as always. If you have missed other episodes of this weekly roundup, you can easily get them right on this channel. Just simply search for MC_O Blue, and all my weekly roundup videos you have missed, as well as other academic videos, will appear for your viewing. The weekly academic news roundup comes up every Sunday evening, featuring the highlight of all that has happened in the academic space for the past week. We are a new channel trying to keep you informed, and the only way you can appreciate us is by watching this particular video to the end and subscribing to this channel by clicking on the red subscribe button just below this video, as well as hitting the like button and sharing so that others can see the video. Please note that subscription to this channel is absolutely free. Now, let's head over to the news in detail, and we're going to begin with post-UTME forms updates and list of schools that announced the sale of their forms this week. From last week's updates, we have a list of 19 schools that announced the sale of their post-UTME forms for 2021. This is why you shouldn't miss our update, as it is to help keep you informed. This week also saw the release of post-UTME forms by some tertiary institutions, and they are as follows. 1. Mudiame University, a private university in Edo State, Irua, with cutoff mark of 120. 2. Tai Solarin College of Education has announced the sale of its post-UTME form for NCE students, as well as its degree form in affiliation with Olabisi Onabanjo University. Screening date will be communicated later. 3. Tai Solarin University of Education, TASUD, has announced its post-UTME form for UTME candidates who chose TASUD as first or second choice institution or seeking change of institution to TASUD through JAMB, having scored a minimum of 170 in the 2021 UTME, as well as direct entry candidates with A-level, OND, HND, NCE, JUPEB qualifications who chose TASUD as first or second choice institution or seeking change of institution to TASUD through JAMB and have obtained 2021 direct entry JAMB form. 4. Nwafo Orizu College of Education, Nsugbe, has announced the sale of its post-UTME form for candidates who chose or may not have made the college their choice but wish to be considered for admission into degree or NCE program. Candidates eligible for admission into NCE and degree programs must obtain the minimum cutoff mark of 180 for degree program and 100 for NCE programs. Deadline has not been announced yet. 5. Osun State University, aka Uni Osun, has announced the sale of its post-UTME form for 2021 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) screening exercise, which will hold for candidates who chose the university as their first choice or those willing to change their institution and make Uni Osun their first choice with a minimum score of 160. However, a candidate that scored less than 200 marks will not be considered for admission into nursing, medicine, law, common and Islamic law. 6. Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic has announced the sale of its post-UTME form for 2021-2022 academic section. To qualify for the screening exercise, candidates must have chosen Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic Ikot Osurua as their first or second choice. Candidates must have scored at least 100 in the 2021 UTME. The closing date is 12th November 2021. 7. Federal School of Dental Technology and Therapy, Pedcotin Enugu post-UTME screening for the 2021-2022 academic session has been announced. Candidate must possess 5 O-level credits in English language, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology in not more than 2 sittings. Candidate must have scored not less than 120 in the JAMB UTME. Candidates who scored 180 and above may apply for BTech programs in the college if successful in the post-UTME examination. Cost of the form is 2,000 naira. 8. Lagos State Polytechnic is inviting applications from prospective candidates interested in gaining admission into the Polytechnic for the 2021-2022 academic session. Eligible candidates are those that chose Lagos State Polytechnic in the 2021 UTME and obtained the minimum score of 130 in addition to having the required relevant O-level credit as contained in the JAMB brochure. The application form closes by 11:59 p.m. on 14th November 2021. 9. Kogi State University has announced the sale of its post-UTME form for 2021-2022 academic session. Cut-off mark is 160. All candidates must have 5 O-level credits in relevant subjects including English language at no more than 2 sittings. Candidates awaiting O-level results can also apply, but they will not be considered for admission until their results are available. Online registration started from Friday 17 September 2021 and closes on Friday 1st October 2021. 10. Federal University Ndufu Alike Iko aka AE49 has announced the sale of his post-UTME form for 2021-2022 academic session. Interested candidates who must have scored 150 and above in the 2021 UTME and who made Ales Ikweme Federal University Ndufu Alike Ebonyi State their first choice institution in the application for admission in the 2021 UTME, and direct entry candidates are hereby informed that the university post-UTME screening exercise is scheduled to hold from Tuesday 2nd November 2021 to Friday 5th November 2021. Candidates who apply to study medicine and surgery must have a minimum score of 250 in the UTME, and candidates who apply to study law must have a minimum score of 240 in the UTME to be eligible for the university's post-UTME screening. If you are interested in any of the schools that have announced the sale of their post-UTME forms for 2021, you can simply obtain a JAMB change of course or institution form and apply. Now, let me give you an advice. If you do not meet up with the cutoff mark of the school you chose, you should change to another course. You can study your dream course in any university. In some other news, we have Kogi State University and Ingba KSU announcing their cutoff mark for the 2021 academic session. Common, Islamic and Sharia law has a cutoff mark of 220. Microbiology and mass communication has a cutoff mark of 180. Computer science has a cutoff mark of 170, while all other courses offered in the university has a cutoff mark of 160, leaving the minimum cutoff mark for admission in the university for 2021 to be 160. Now let's see some NECO news as NECO 2021 GCE registration begins. Prospective candidates who wish to register for the 2021 Senior School Certificate Examination (SSCE) External are hereby informed that registration for the examination has commenced. The registration is both online and offline. Prospective candidates should visit the council's website at neco.gov.ng as displayed on the screen, SSCE External link, to locate the nearest registration point, cyber cafe, and register at any time within the stipulated registration period. Candidates can also create an account, purchase a registration token, and then proceed to the registration point to register. Registration period began on the 9th of September 2021 and it will end on 31st October 2021 at 12 o'clock midnight. Late registration, that is registration done from 1st to 6th November 2021, will attract payment of additional 1,000 naira only. Walk-in candidate is 25,000 naira only per candidate. Registration must be done a day before the scheduled time of the first subject or paper intended to sit for. And now to some Asuu news. The Academic Staff Union of Universities have hinted Nigerian students to expect strike very soon as the federal government is reneging on its promises to implement the Memorandum of Action (MOA) the two parties signed last December. Briefing the press in Lagos on Tuesday, the Lagos Zonal Coordinator Dr. Adelaja Odukoya also accused the government of trying to cripple the union by withholding check of dues of members for over a year. He said the dues ran into millions of naira and that the act was perpetrated by the government through the controversial Integrated Personnel Payroll and Information System (IPPS). And now to some JUPEB predegree, Remedial, IGMB and Basic Studies admission forms. We have update about Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. ABU is welcoming application from suitably qualified candidates for admission into the institution Basic, IGMB and Remedial programs for the 2021-2022 academic session. Sale of School of Basic and Remedial Studies of Ahmadu Bello University Funtua admission forms has commenced and deadline hasn't been announced yet. you can go ahead and apply. 2. Chukwuemeka Odumegu Ojukwu University, aka Anambra State University, has announced the sale of its JUPEB application form for 2021. The program leads to the award of JUPEB certificate, which enables candidates gain direct entry admission into the university and other affiliated universities in Nigeria and abroad. You can apply if you want to. 3. University of Port Harcourt is inviting application from suitably qualified candidates for admission into its one-year pre-degree programs in the faculties of Humanities and Education for the 2021-2022 academic session. The cost of the application form is 18,000 naira only. 4. AE Funai Center for Educational Services, AE Funai CES, is inviting applications for admission into a non-resident JUPEB and pre-degree program of the university. Submission of online forms will close on Sunday, 31st January 2022 at 11:59 p.m. Wellspring University is inviting application from suitably qualified candidates into its JUPEB program for the 2021-2022 academic session. Candidate must have 5 O-level credits in senior secondary school certificate examination or its equivalent to apply. Deadline has not been announced yet. 6. Federal University of Petroleum Resources has also announced the sale of its pre-degree form for the 2021-2022 academic session. Interested candidates can apply. Now to update on part-time and diploma funds, we have update on Tai Solarin College of Education. The college has announced application from suitably qualified candidates for admission into part-time NCE programs. Deadline has not been announced yet. 2. Abraham Adesanya Polytechnic is inviting application from suitably qualified candidates for admission into the National Diploma and the part-time, day or weekend program of the Polytechnic for the 2021-2022 academic session. Interested candidate can apply. Deadline has not been announced yet. 3. Federal Polytechnic Ilaro is also inviting application from suitably qualified candidates for admission into the Polytechnic for part-time programs leading to the award of National Diploma ND. Candidates seeking admission into the Federal Polytechnic are required to complete the institution's application form available online at http://federalpolyilaro.edu.ng as displayed on the screen right now, with effect from Monday 13 September 2021. Closing date for completion of application form is 29th October 2021. 4. Delta State University has announced the sale of its diploma form for 2021 academic session. Online application began on Tuesday 31st August 2021, while application website closes by 12 midnight on Friday December 31st 2021. 5. Kenule Bisinsaro Wiwa Polytechnic Bori aka Ken Poly is inviting application from suitably qualified candidates for admission into part-time National Diploma ND and higher National Diploma programs for the 2021-2022 academic session. Deadline for the submission of application forms is 31st October 2021. In other news, we have a report of an Auchi Polytechnic student allegedly committing suicide over incorrect spelling. A 23-year-old National Diploma student of the Department of Public Administration, Auchi Polytechnic, identified as Solomon Obo, was found dangling from the ceiling of his room on Friday night, September 10th, in an apparent suicide. Earlier that day, it was gathered that Solomon had felt humiliated by his inability to spell the words computer technology correctly in the presence of his classmates. He was said to have left for home after class and was later found dead in his room in the evening of the same day. The student, who was described as a very quiet boy who doesn't go out and take his academics very seriously, left a suicide note behind with instruction that his mobile phone should be given to his girlfriend and classmate Sandra, whom he begged for forgiveness in the note. The Polytechnic spokesman, Mr. Mustafa, who confirmed the incident, said he was yet to be briefed on the details. We also have report that a 100-level student of the University of Port Harcourt drowned in the school's pool. The 100-level student has been confirmed dead after drowning in a swimming pool at the University of Port Harcourt on Sunday, September 12th. The Faculty of Marine Engineering student, identified as Emmanuel, was said to have gone with 3 of his friends to swim in the Olympic-sized pool at the sports complex of the university but drowned while swimming. The spokesperson of the university, Sam Penu, who confirmed the incident, said that the defense of the deceased students who had gone swimming with have been arrested and are currently have been held at the Choba police station, while the remains of the student have been deposited at the mortuary. Also reacting to the incident, the Vice Chancellor of Uniport, Professor Owunari George Will, said the swimming pool will be open to professional only. Now to UNIBEN. UNIBEN students block Benin-Lagos highway to protest against charges. Aggrieved students of the University of Benin staged a peaceful protest at the main gate of the university over the alleged increment of tuition fees by the school management for fresh students. According to reports, the University Vice Chancellor Professor Lilian Sanami had ordered that an extra 20,000 naira should be added to these fees as penalty for late payment just after 3 weeks of resumption, and failure to pay the increment by Friday will lead to forfeiture of admission. The initial school fees for first student was pegged at 70,000 naira before the increment, and most of the students are unable to meet up. It's also gathered that the University Students' Union body has approached the Vice Chancellor for dialogue, but she refused, which eventually led to the protest. The protest caused the disruption of commercial activities in the entire Benin-Lagos Federal Road. However, the protest has long yielded good results, and its charges have been completely overturned, which is of course a victory for not just UNIBEN but Nigerian students at large. Now let's see another report where comedian Mr Macaroni talks about parental support as he reveals he attended 4 different universities. The Instagram comedian Mr Macaroni, with the popular slang "You are doing well," has revealed that he attended 4 different universities for his degree program before he eventually graduated. According to the comedian, his parents were his backbone and stood by him throughout the years, even though people told them he had spiritual issues. He went on to pray that parents reap the fruits of their labor and sacrifice. There have been unconfirmed reports that the comedian was a major student activist while in school, and he was expelled from the schools due to the various clashes he had with the university's management. We now see a report of a UNN student mocking a lecturer as he gets stuck midway into solving a question. A viral video currently trending on social media shows the moment as a physics lecturer at the University of Nigeria Nsukka campus was stuck midway into solving a physics question in class. A student can be heard saying, "Physics na your mate," as the lecturer seems unsure of what to do. Let's see the video.
These are your mates. Lecturer, speak up now. Lecturer.
Well, that brings a close to this week's academic news roundup. My name is Owolabi Thank aka MC Oglo. Thanks for staying put, and don't forget to like this video as well as subscribe. See you next week.